Click it, you'll get a video. Click it, you'll get a link. Donate. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels: King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Suit Seti, Black Power Cartel. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Here we go, family. Again, we come right black on this knowledge that we dropping today. We doing the Annunaki marathon. Let me get the right background in here. That's right. Let me get the right one in here. Bingo. Let me get it in here. Shouldn't take long. Bingo. Talking about Nimrod, because when we talk, we got to make sense of what we talking about. Because people, we should have been knew that this was African black primordial mythology anyway. You see, we talking about black primordial mythology. You say, oh man, I don't believe in the Annunaki, but you got that goddamn white Jesus sitting up on your wall right now. Huh? Yeah. Make that shit make sense. Sitting up in there with the faceless Muhammad. Ain't even got a face. These motherfuckers, they put a veil over his face. So you got the faceless Muhammad, and you gonna talk about Jesus. You gonna talk about Nabaru, and then go up in there and hoop and holler about heaven and all the mansions in God's house and all this shit that you about to get a mansion from God and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna talk about the Nabaru. You niggas and gonna talk about because it's black. And y'all gonna say, man, I don't believe. But nigga, the first one drag a tree in his house doing goddamn Christmas. Put the pagan tree in there and goddamn put it to white Santa Claus and perpetrate the fraud. That's what you do. But anything that's a black essence, you got a problem, man. I don't believe in that goddamn that white cane you niggas sniffing. You see what I'm saying? That's what y'all call y'all. That's the dope. Some niggas sniffing, but you got different type of dope out there. You see what I'm saying? That's the reality. And some niggas addicted to white Jesus. They addicted to white Santa Claus and everything else white. You know, they all right with that. They ain't got no problem rushing out there getting up with motherfucking leprechauns and St. Patrick's Day and all that shit with all the Neanderthalic icons and shit that adorn your walls and you dress up and then here you get one and we know it's mythology, but goddamn, that's a powerful one. Say goddamn, black people's coming back on spaceships and shit. I'd rather believe in that than believe in no goddamn white Jesus. The fuck is y'all talking about? You see, we know it's allegory. We know it's mythology. You see what I'm saying? But it's black. It's speaking to black divinity. Yeah. PS2, going back in your cave. PS2 playback. Yeah, I believe it. You will believe it. That just show you how supremely low frequency your ass is. You ain't nothing but a slave. You said, I'm a slave. Thank you, please. Anytime you see white Jesus, let them know I'm looking for him. You know what I'm saying? That's PS2 playback. Go on, get your crack. Go on and smoke your crack. We over here looking for black divinity. You see what I'm saying? And anyway, Jesus didn't want to die for your ass no goddamn way. You talking about you, I'll choose white, but he didn't choose you. He didn't choose you because he was in the Garden of Gethsemane praying to his father, say, let this cup passeth away from me. He didn't come in for your ass. I can tell you that. He didn't want to die for your ass. You understand? I don't know if you're a Neanderthal. You might be a Negro Neanderthal. I don't know which one, but you're a Neanderthal. Yeah. You a Neanderthal. PS2, where you at? Come on, black in here. People say I love it. I love schooling the ignorant. You see? I love it. But anyway, yeah, say he'll take you. I tell you what, he ain't looking for you. You could be looking for him, but he ain't looking for you. I tell you that. But anyway, Again, it's allegory. We know what it is. It's speaking to the Christ consciousness. Who is Nimrod, y'all? We got to talk about who Nimrod is. Yeah, we're going to talk about Nimrod. And matter of fact, you talking about this Jesus, the Jesus that you talking about traces his lineage back to these goddamn Annunakis. What the hell you talking about? Supposedly, they came up out of Chaldea. You feel what I'm saying? And everything that they speak, if you had to put a face on it, it'd be nothing but, many of the statues that you see right over in Mesopotamia, when they talking about had feet like brass and burnished brass and had hair like wool and all of that. You see what I'm saying? It would look just like these goddamn Anunnakis that you see that you talking about in Mesopotamia, right there in the Bible. Right there in the Bible. PS2, where you at? Where you at? PS2 playback. Where you go, man? Yeah. I see you. Yeah, where you bless you and your. I pray that God will remove demonic African. No, yeah, you ain't got to pray for me. You ain't got to pray for me. God damn it, just worry about that white Jesus. And when he get back, make sure you tell the world when he get there. How long he been coming? How many generations of your family you talking about? I'd rather have African witchcraft than have some crack. You see what I'm saying? You on crack. You on that white Jesus and shit. Yeah, you a crackhead. You see? Yeah. If you can't find divinity, you must be white. You have to be white. Because if you a Negro and you talking about you rather be nigger, you is in a profound state of degeneracy. You was in a profound state of degeneracy that you celebrate the worship of another man. How weak can you be? How weak can you be? What color is you? What color is you, PS2? I want to know. I got to make an example out of Negroes like this. This is why people don't, they say, Seti, why you do, God damn it, you got to make an, didn't Jesus do that? He got on their head. He said, you was an ignorant nigga. You don't, he say, why you teach like that? Because you're ignorant. You're ignorant. You feel what I'm saying? I have to rebuke you in your ignorancy. You see, that's why these children out here is going crazy, because too many of these ignorant niggas that supposed to be providing a role model and an image provider for the children is providing ignorancy. You see, and so we have to make an example, and the baby's gonna look up and say, "Well, damn, Seti he dropped heavy mental on that nigga. I thought that nigga was about something, and come to find you South African, I knew it." Oh my God! You say you in South half Dutch? No, ain't no half nothing. You ain't no half Dutch, no goddamn African. You all Neanderthal. That's all you is. As soon as the Dutch came in, oh yeah, no wonder you was a Neanderthal. I knew something was up. Don't you dare pray for me. I pray for my brothers and sisters to wake up over there and run y'all ass off into the goddamn the Indian Ocean some goddamn way. Run y'all ass off into the goddamn Atlantic Ocean somewhere. You over in South Africa talking about I'm Dutch. You ain't nothing but a colonizer. Yeah, you ain't nothing but a perpetrator. You see, you one of them old Africaneers. Yeah, you ain't nothing but a perpetrator. I'm so glad I could come, this show you the type of energy that I attract these, and you would bring your Neanderthalic ass over here and say he would. Yeah, I'll bet you would. As many as our people that you done poison with that white Jesus. That's why we talking about Black Nimrod today. Come on, PS2, let me talk about Black Nimrod. Who was Nimrod? Let me talk about it. The son of Cush. Ain't that what it said? Let me get it on in here. Let's go and school this Neanderthal real quick. Yeah, we're going to school us a Neanderthal. Say he half Dutch and half African. You know what that means? All Neanderthal to me. That's what that means. All Neanderthal. You see what I'm saying? 100% Neanderthal. That's what that means to me. The hell. Yeah, I'm with it. Anything African. God damn it, I'm with it. You say voodoo too. I'm with it. I'd rather have voodoo on my side. It's fear. the white man scared of. Anything the white man scared of, I want to learn it. They hey, escape the matrix said voodoo. Yeah, voodoo too. I'm with that. Anything the white man scared of, goddamn it, I want to learn. I want to master it. You goddamn right. Yeah. Look at you. You free. Man, yeah, I have to go. Yeah. Get on up out of here. Go on out of here, Neanderthal. I pray that our ancestors wake the children of South Africa up and that they cleanse the land, that they purify the land of you Neanderthal. That's what I pray. That's what I pray for. That's what I pray for. And you talking about white Jesus. Jesus was black. What the hell you talking about? According to the damn book, I know it's an allegory, goddamn it, but I ain't giving you no inch. I'm like, Colin, I don't give him no inch. Whatever, even if it is an allegory. It said that he was black, goddamn it. And so if that's what it said he is, I ain't giving you no inch. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get ain't no way no white Jesus hid in no damn black Egypt. Ain't no way you gonna say Joseph get up and take the mother and the child and flee into Egypt and hide the boy in Egypt if he was a Neanderthal like PS2 playback who was half Dutch and half Neanderthal. He say half Dutch and half, say he feed his workers. He say he feed his, he feed his what the fuck did he say? Yeah, go on, keep the white Christ on over there. That's what, take it back on up in the cave with you. Take that back on them. Let's get back to Nimrod, y'all. I love it. I love when the Neanderthal come up in here talking crazy. Let me get this up in here. Yeah. All right, let's talk. We talking about Nimrod, okay? Wait a minute, I'm in Cushite right now. I'm in Cushite. But I tell you right, you know what, man, before I do that, let me run the Tamar. Let me see if I can get Tamar in there. Let me see if I can get Tamar in there, who is in the lineage of David, Solomon, and Jesus. Tamar the Canaanite. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, the Tamar the Canaanite, who Judah. See, a lot of people don't talk about this. I talk about it very briefly, and I do it heavily on another video. Tamar the Canaanite woman, who is the matriarch of the tribe of Judah. I don't know if y'all know that every member of the tribe of Judah go back to this Canaanite woman, an African woman, you see, who Judah had two sons. He had two sons. I ain't going to get into the other one. I'm going to talk with Boaz. You see, Boaz was one of them. Let me get him. Let me see if there, okay. Where, tell me, there he is. No, okay, no, it's Perez. Wait a minute, Tamar. Well, I thought it was Boaz, but it's actually Perez. I believe it's Perez. That's the one. But Boaz also is in that bloodline. Also come from a Canaanite woman is in that. But this right here, Tamar also bore him Perez and Zerah. Okay, and so that the one Perez is in the bloodline of David, Solomon, and Jesus. Tamar was a Canaanite African woman, the matriarch of the tribe of Judah. So every member of the tribe of Judah go back to that African woman, including Jesus, including Solomon, including David. So we already know. So we know he wasn't no white man. So let that alone. PS2 play back the Dutch, Neanderthal in South Africa. They got enough nerve to show up in General Seti's chat, acting like he gonna get away with some garbage. You's a crackhead. You know, well y'all white anyway. Y'all Neanderthals anyway. So I don't know what to call y'all. You see what I'm saying? You understand? I don't know what to call y'all, but I'll figure out something before we get up out of here. So right there, we drop facts right there that, you know, that according to the mythology, he was a black man. It ain't no way. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me see if I can get him in there. Yeah, let me see if I can get him in there. Let me see. What was that? Okay. Oh, there it is, right there. Let me see. See if I can get it right on in there. I've been working out on this damn. Let's see. See if I can get it in there. It probably ain't gonna be in there. I'll come back on that one. I ain't gonna get to looking for it. I was gonna see if let me try this. Let's see if that come up. That's Matthew. But anyway, at the one at the top, Hosea 1, 11, 1, it says, when Israel was a child, I loved him. And out of Egypt, I have called my son. And use that same biblical verse for when Jesus went into Egypt. He did the same for Jacob, later to be called Israel, and Jesus. Out of Egypt, I have called my son, which Egypt was called the land of Ham. Is that what they call it? Land of Ham, which is Kam, which is Kim, which denotes blackness, burnt black. You see what I'm saying? So ain't no way he could have went into a burnt black land as a white man and hid in no Egypt at a time when the Ptolemies were in charge of Egypt. Was it no, it was the Romans at that time. Yeah, the Romans at that time. So they had I think Egypt was directly under the control of the emperor. I don't know if they had a governor in there or not. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, so fleeing from out of the land of Israel into Egypt wouldn't have been no different, because the whole area was under Greek Roman rulership at that time. And so, you know, for him to go, he went deep. He went deep where, you know, into his people where they couldn't, you know, they couldn't know who he was. They couldn't, because everybody in the damn nation identify who he was, because everybody in the nation was black. But now, if he was a white boy, like a PS2 playback, they would have spotted his ass right off the top. There he is. We looking for him. But they know good and goddamn well he wasn't a white man. And so we have to deal with the facts and deal with what the truth of what's been recorded in the mythology, because it is a mythology, but it is truth there. You see, it's allegorical in essence, and so there it is truth there, and we have to deal with it. Okay, but anyway, because many of us gonna have to flee into Egypt. You see what I'm saying? We didn't fled now, because if we hadn't fled into Egypt and recognized our consciousness of our greatness, where would we be at today? You see, niggas will still be running around with 100% biblical mythology. We wouldn't have the understanding, the foundation of the Nile Valley to interpret it. It took the Nile Valley for us to even interpret the Bible. You see, once we got the knowledge of the Nile Valley, then we was able to interpret it, pull it apart, dissect it. You see, give it a clear interpretation. Outside of that, we'd have been believing just like the motherfucking Bible would tell us to believe. We would have believed that this was clearly history. We wouldn't have had nothing outside of that. As far as consciousness, you know, being a revolutionary conscious individual was going over to Islam. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas ran off into the theosophy and shit like that. But other than that, we wouldn't even have a blueprint on yeah. You wouldn't have had no understanding of how to interpret the Bible without the understanding of the Nile Valley. You say his name was Joshua. Well, you got all type of names. You got all type of names. You got them, and some say his name was Emmanuel. I ain't never seen where it said that his name should be Jesus. It said that his name would be Emmanuel. That's what the prophecy said. The prophecy never said nothing about Jesus. The prophecy said Emmanuel. His name would be Emmanuel. Okay, and so, even there, there's a diversion there. You feel me? Yeah, yeah. The Bible, the Old Testament said his name would be Emmanuel. So who the hell is Jesus? But anyway, let's get on this Nimrod right quick. Who Nimrod is? Let's do this. And who his brothers is. You see, who his brothers is. You feel me? That right there, Genesis 10:8 through 10, it says Cush fathered Nimrod. Cush. And he was the first on earth to be a mighty man. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore, it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. The beginning of his kingdom was Babylon, Erech, Akkad, Calneh, in the land of Shinar, which people know today as Sumeria, Sumer. Okay, that's so Nineveh, and then you got the capital of the son of Sumeria, Kish, which is Cush. So these are black people. These are black people, family. And coming from Ham, Nimrod would have been according to the genealogy, Nimrod would have been the nephew of Egypt. That's showing, that's saying something. He would have been the nephew of Egypt, okay, according to the Bible. So he's not. So when people say Sumeria is older than Egypt, not according to the Bible. I don't know which one you reading, but we know it's mythology. But let's get it right. You see what I'm saying? Let's get it right, and that's why things about the Bible is I can respect. Because the one thing about the Bible, it clearly shows Egypt and Ethiopia as brothers. That's clear. You see what I'm saying? Whereas when you come into the university system, they're going to show the Egyptians and Nubians as damn near being two different people, which we know is not true. And it showed that all these areas in what we call the Middle East, Mesopotamia, are all related to the Hamitic, Kemetic, Cushite family. That's powerful. You see, that's on that. It is correct. It is correct. It's when you look at the genealogies of the Bible, it's in alignment. That don't mean the story is correct. Yes, they are trying to control these genealogies by weaving these false mythologies around the genealogy. But we know to shed that. But within there, the actual bloodline of the Egyptian, Cushite, Hamitic bloodline, all of that is 100% right and exact. All of that is 100 because it's in alignment with what the African-centered scholars is teaching anyway. There's no difference in that aspect of it. Okay, so let's be clear about that. So Nimrod was the father, Cush was the father of Nimrod, which later became Mesopotamia, Babylon, Chaldea, where Abraham was out of Ur, Chaldea. That is the land of Nimrod, the Cushite. You see, and that's why Abraham, his name was Abram. And when God made a covenant with Abram, he added Ham, and Ham is synonymous with Egypt. Ham, Egypt is called the land of Ham. So it shows you at the essence that all of this come out of the sacred scriptures, the sacred knowledge of ancient Egypt. Period. So when we talk about the Annunaki, Nibiru, and all of this, we are speaking power to African mythology. We who grew up on Ansi the spider and all Aesop fables, and yeah, it's gone. But sometimes the fables and the mythology and the fairy tales be more sacred to a people than quote unquote history. And only in modern times where you get history the way it's presented today, just some dates and some names that somebody, but within anybody's history is the national, what is the connection of it, where people feel this emotional connection to their nationality. It ain't just no dates and no names. And so in essence, a lot of the even the holidays, which are so profound in any culture, the majority of the holidays are mythological, and they are the most profound aspects in the whole culture. Where even the motherfuckers that swear they historical and all of this, and when that motherfucking time come around, they partaking in the rituals, in the ceremony, just like any goddamn body else. Okay? They partake in the rituals and the ceremony just like any goddamn body else. So there it is, family. There it is. Cush is the father. That's true indeed. True indeed. True indeed. True indeed. 100% exact. I thought I had that up there, but anyway, we just getting started. Come on, give me some more. Give me some more. And then they got enough nerve to call the cigars Dutch masters. Yeah, motherfucker, and yeah, and that's the right thing to do. Smoke them. You see what I'm saying? Roll you up one and smoke them. The Dutch master. That's esoterical knowledge too, if you get what I mean. You feel me? Roll you up a Dutch master and smoke. Yeah. Catch that one if you can. This is General Sarasun Seti. I'm black again, family. I'll be right black. We're gonna have a hell of a night tonight. I got video and shit that I'm gonna show the family. Make sure you're in the house. I'll be right black in a minute. Get over there to Patreon. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.